Greetings to everyone! In today's video I will continue to explore cinemas located at London's Leicester Square. I really wanted to see the latest Denis Villeneuve masterpiece Dune in IMAX, so I went to Cineworld Empire. I will share my thoughts with you in a second, but before I start, I'd like to remind you to subscribe to this channel, follow me on Instagram, or even consider supporting future videos on Patreon. You will find all the links in the description. I will start with a little bit of history. This building is almost 140 years old and it was originally built as a variety theater. It was converted into a cinema about 100 years ago. According to Wikipedia article, IMAX Auditorium uses the circle seating area of the former Screen 1 with its steep raking and is the largest IMAX in the UK by seating capacity. It also has the widest cinema screen in the UK, 26.5 meters or 87.5 feet wide by 15.6 meters or 51.1 feet high. It is curved and is positioned in the former middle stalls of Empire 1. Its walls and ceilings retained essentially the same form, but with the ceiling progressively raised to accommodate the IMAX screen height. In October 2015, the IMAX laser light source projection system was installed, allowing the full screen to be filled, alongside an upgrade to IMAX 12-channel surround sound system, for which 6 additional smaller overhead and side surround speakers were added. It's probably worth mentioning that this cinema does not have a 70mm IMAX film projector. Therefore, all movies are shown with digital projection system. So, let me tell you what I think about Cineworld Empire IMAX. I will start with the seats. Unfortunately, they were not very comfortable for me. The thing is that there is a hump on the top part of the back of each seat. It probably won't be a problem for a person whose height is below average, but for a tall person like me it became very uncomfortable, especially as the movie was close to 3 hours long. Another thing that I didn't like was that all commercials were shown in full IMAX screen. In my opinion, it kills the magic of the big screen. It reveals the lower quality of the commercial footage, which was not intended to be shown on IMAX screen. I would suggest reducing the size of commercials by 50%. This would not only make them look better, but it would create a wow effect at the start of the movie when the viewers start seeing it on a full screen. Let's discuss the quality of the image. Overall, it was great, except a few small nuances. I noticed the colors were not as vibrant as you would expect them to be. It looked like the image was a bit undersaturated. I thought maybe that's how the movie was intentionally made. Dune did not have many bright colors, but when I came back for the second time to see the Eternals, the vividness of the colors was missing again. This time it couldn't be the movie. Everybody knows how colorful Marvel movies are. Couple of more things. I have noticed a vignette effect. The edges of the screen were missing brightness during the darker scenes. There was also a pattern of square-shaped artifacts located in horizontal lines all over the screen. By the way, this was something I've never seen before. I could only guess the causes of that. These details were not anything critical. They probably won't be noticeable to an average viewer. Now the sound. I have always enjoyed good sounding movies in IMAX. In general, every time you see a movie in IMAX, you are not disappointed. I had a chance to see Dune in West End Dolby Cinema before coming to IMAX, and I'm going to use it as a reference. Both movies, Dune and Eternals, sounded great. Loud, clear and detailed. While watching Dune, I have noticed that it was lacking bass a bit. In Dolby Cinema it sounded a bit meatier. Everything else was great. I really enjoyed new 12-channel surround sound system. It added more dimension and directivity. But to fully appreciate it, you have to know which seats to choose. The thing is that the ceiling gets lower towards the end of the auditorium, and left and right Kanga surround speakers are only covering an area up to approximately row K. Another important detail is that those Kanga surround speakers are not located in the actual corners of the auditorium, which means that if you are sitting too far from the center, you will also not get into the field of their coverage. In my opinion, the sweet spot is located in the middle of rows F and G. There you'll be able to clearly hear all of 12 speakers without any obstruction, and screen will be covering the majority of your sight field. I love going to IMAX and would recommend Cineworld Empire to others. However, this IMAX screen has some flaws, mainly because it's a very old building which was converted into a modern cinema. You wouldn't run into these kind of problems if it would be a purposely built IMAX auditorium. I don't know why would you want a largest capacity IMAX in the UK with a huge chunk of seats that are missing a full IMAX experience. However, if you choose your seats right, you won't be disappointed. So this is it for this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you find it useful, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.